Night Bites, brought to you by your instructional coaches. Today's Night Bite is all about the reading comprehension continuum. This has been finalized and was shared recently in the Canelan Curriculum Connections blog, but I wanted to just give you a quick tutorial of how it's organized, how you can use it, just give you a sneak peek, and then we'll be revisiting this in future months to give you new ideas. So the continuum looks very similar to the math continuum that you've seen in years past, as you can take a peek at the tabs along the bottom. We have the literature standards first, and they're broken down into three separate categories, just like you would see if you were to look up the Common Core standards. So we have the literature key ideas, and then we have the literature craft and structure, and then the literature integration of knowledge and ideas. And then you'll notice as you scroll to the right, the informational standards are here, and these are shaded in different colors so that you can easily tell which strand you are in. And they have the same subtopics of key ideas and details, craft and structure, and integration of knowledge and ideas. So thinking about this continuum, for those of you who maybe haven't had exposure to a continuum before, each of the standards have been broken down into I can statements. They've been unpacked by some members of your Canelan staff who were digging into reading comprehension with the goal of meeting students where they are. Many times we have students who are reading at grade level or beyond, and we want to make sure that we can push them with the actual standards. In addition to what they're reading fluently, we want to focus on comprehension, or if we have a student who's struggling, then we can look backwards and see where they might need to fill in some gaps. So this first standard here for literature key ideas and details, you can see the kindergarten, two I can states that align with asking and answering questions. And then as you shift to the right, you see how those standards change from one grade level to the next. For example, kindergarten has asking and answering questions with support from the teacher. And then as it moves to first grade, the students are doing it independently. And then moving into second grade, they're specifically asking who, what, when, where, and why questions and answering them as well. And then getting into third grade, they are really focused on the deeper understanding of the text. And then you'll notice as it shifts to fourth grade, the asking and answering questions part is no longer here, and it shifts into how students can infer what's happening in the text by looking at what the text says explicitly. So as you scroll down and see a shift in color, you'll see the second standard and then the third standard, and there are three standards in this category. And then you would do the same for craft and structure, as well as integration of knowledge and ideas. You'll notice that there are 9 standards represented here on this continuum. In the literature section, standard 8 is not applicable. So we just put that there at the bottom. It's only a standard that exists in informational text. There is a 10th standard, which is reading text at the grade level of instruction, and we just left that out because you can use your grade level expectations for what students are reading at your grade level according to our district expectations. We're hoping that with using this continuum, you can use it to tailor the conversations that you're having with students. If they are struggling with one of the concepts, you can look backward and see what maybe was missing. You will also notice that some of these I can statements are in bold, and the reason why they are in bold is because they are the reported standards for that grade level. So for example, here in third grade, it is a reported standard as to whether or not students are able to identify character traits, feelings, and motivations. And if students are struggling with that, then they can look back and see how that foundation was built and areas that need to fill in the gaps. So this is meant to be a resource for you. We hope it's helpful. You can print it out. At this point in time, we are not providing booklets, but looking to see how teachers are using this and whether that would be something that you would need, or if you can just use pages as you see fit. We're looking forward to having conversations with you about how you might be able to use this in your classroom to meet the needs of your students. This was just a brief description, and look for more information as the year goes on. Take care, everyone. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns or celebrations, please reach out to your instructional coaches.